Hi, this is Howard, Teaserking, coming to you with Week 12 of the NFL. Real quick note, I'm noticing some line movements already. Just like to take a quick second to talk to them. Duke's moved from 5 to 6.5. Wisconsin's moved up to 16. And LSU moved to 5, 5.5. Oregon went down to 19.5. And that's about it. In the pros, Kansas City moved down to 4.5. Carolina moved down to 4.5. And Arizona went to 3. Frisco went up to 6. Alright, let's talk NFL. Week 12. This week, I theoretically can pick every single game. Every game is a play. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, it's just the way the stars fall. Sometimes I can't find a game. This week I can play every single game, and I would probably pick at least 90% correct. It's just you've got weak favorites. You've got incredibly strong dogs going. This is a week with my picks. You can theoretically play a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a 9-team teaser and expect to win it. That's how strong these are. And if you wanted to play a 13-team teaser, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 games. I can give you 13 games and 13-game teaser, and I'd be really confident that they'd all win. The only game that I am not playing is the Denver-New England game, which I love Tom Brady in points. Let's analyze Denver-New England, game of the week. Here's the problem. Denver's laying 2.5. Now, normally in a teaser, this would be an automatic. Take Tom Brady at home, getting 8.5 points, and mortgage your house on it because it's not going to lose. The problem I have here is their cornerbacks of New England are both out and their safeties out. How do I play New England when their top 3 secondary players are out against Peyton Manning, who's going to pass the ball? Now, against Cam Newton, it doesn't matter. He doesn't know how to pass. It's fine. He reminds me of Dante Culpepper. Okay, I get it. Not against Peyton Manning. He will eat you alive, and Wes Walker is there. So the problem I have is the play should be Denver with the injuries to their line, but I cannot play against Tom Brady at home as a home dog. I cannot take Denver plus 3.5. Even with that, because Tom Brady, I will not bet against Tom Brady. So I am really in a bind here. The normal play would have been the 8.5. And this is the discipline part of this. You have to understand the injuries. This is where the art comes in. The science is take New England. The art is there's too many injuries on their defense. Wolford's out. And then, okay, I got Brady and Gronk. And here's what I've come up with for this game, just so somebody has action on it. Bet it over. I think the over-under is 52 or 54. I don't remember. But here's why this is an over. And I do not play totals very often because they're so unpredictable. You'll take something that's 70 and it'll go under, and you'll take a 30 for under and it'll go over. Too many turnovers cause effect of the over-unders. That's why I don't like it. And where do the turnovers happen? Punt returns, kickoff returns can turn an under into an over, and vice versa. Here's how I see it. Denver's weakness is their secondary. Joe Flacco proved that. And San Diego kind of got on them. It's just that's the weakness, right? Well, Tom Brady will take advantage of that. His offense is fine. His Gronk is back, and Amendola is back. The young kids are starting to learn how to catch. They will be able to beat Denver's secondary. Denver obviously will take advantage of New England's secondary, all being injured, and have a field day there, which will mean Peyton Manning will get in the 30s at least, 35 to 40 points. New England will counter because Tom Brady will not lose and refuses to lose. We'll counter that. He'll put up his own 40 points. So I'm looking at at least a 75-point game. But I can't play the side, but I would definitely play the over in this game. tease it down. Let me get the teaser line for you. I apologize. I should have this. Give me 1 second to go to my scores and odds. If you're looking for a site with odds, it's scoresandodds.com. Basically, it gives you Las Vegas odds, and it gives you some offshore. And that's why sometimes my lines are a bit different, because I'm looking at the Hilton and Caesars and MGM and stations and offshore and bookmaker. So I look at all the lines and I take the best one that I'm going to play, and then I bet the best line. The Denver New England over-under is 53.5 is the best over-under on it. So 47.5, that means 27-21, and you got a winner. And this game will clearly, both teams will be over 30, let's say over 32 points. This will be at least a 60, and you got 47. Absolutely play the over in this game. It's way too low due to the injuries. New England, you know, they're going to run the ball, keep Brady off the field a little. Is Denver. See, the problem is with the injuries to the secondary in New England, there's no way Peyton Manning's going to run the ball to keep Brady off the field, because it's in their best interest to take advantage of the fact that the corners are injured on New England. So therefore, there's no reason they're gonna run the ball to keep Brady on the bench. But there's no way that you're going to keep Brady off the scoreboard, and basically he's going to counter Manning. I'm just afraid Manning beats him by 10 because of the corners. If he needs one, he'll get it. But then so that's why it's hard to take Brady. But I do not go against Tom Brady as a home dog. It's not going to happen. I don't care. The whole team could be injured. Belichick will find players. The grocery store clerk will play, and he'll get 3 interceptions or something. I mean, I'm not messing around with it, but the over is definitely the play to go. Let's go to Kansas City, San Diego. I love San Diego here. KC's 5.5. Now I'm going to give you a stat that'll blow your mind. In the last 10 years, and I track team versus team within the division, a la San Diego, Kansas City, San Diego, Denver, San Diego, Oakland. I do it for each division. Kansas City has never been favored in 10 years in this series. That means San Diego is always favored. You are making Kansas City the favorite here. Sorry, San Diego is probably, I'm going to say, better offensive team. KC has an edge defensively. Again, you give me Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates, and I will take them as a dog against anybody. They played Denver, and they lost 28-20. They held them scoreless in the second half. If you don't think San Diego's got a defense. Remember, their coach was the Denver defensive coordinator. He's a defensive coach. He's got Rivers and Gates. As long as the little guy plays Woodhead, as long as he's there, he's their little escape valve. He keeps them from getting blitzed. As long as Antonio Gates is healthy, you take San Diego and points. I had them against Miami. I've had them every time they've been the dog, against Dallas, against Indy, and they always cover and normally win. I like San Diego on 11.5. If Kansas City wins, let's take a look at Kansas City. They beat the tough Buffalo Bills by 6 or 8. They beat the offensive-minded Cleveland Browns by 6 or 8. The only time they've really blown out was Jacksonville, who's a high school team, and they blew out, I think they beat the Eagles by 10 when they were just getting used to the Oregon offense. I'm sorry, they're not a blowout team. They're this year against the spread, they're good, but most of the time, like here, they'll win by a few points as the favorite. But let's take a look at the Buffalo game. Against Buffalo, they had to have a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown to win the game. And they got a fumble return. Their offense didn't do anything against Buffalo. And the other thing is that why is Jeff Toole, the third stringer from Washington State, who was terrible at Washington State, marching him down the field to throw a 100-yard interception return? So if Jeff Toole can march on Kansas City, I think Phillip Rivers will march on Kansas City. I look for San Diego with at least 21 to 28 points. That means KC's got to score 40. It ain't going to happen. They don't score 40. They don't have the offense or the quarterback to do it. I don't care what anybody says. Alex Smith's an average quarterback. Yeah, they looked a little impressive against Denver, and everybody's look at they only lost by 7 or 10 points to Denver. They were down 17. I think they lost by 10. Whippy. Denver's got weakness on the secondary, but basically, Kansas City finally played a quarterback and gave up 27 points. The thing I hate about these announcers, they'll sit there and, Kansas City, look at their defense. They haven't allowed 20 points all year. The only team they played that was any good with any type of quarterback was Dallas, and you know how Romo is. He probably had 3 interceptions in the game. So, I mean, they beat them 17-16. That was their big win. Again, that was the best team they played was 500 Dallas with Tony Romo, and they look at how strong their defense is. Okay, well, we saw them against Denver, 27. San Diego getting the 20s, probably 24-28. Game will be close all the way to the end. You're getting 11.5. Even if San Diego gets down a little, like they did against Miami, they'll come back. And Miami's a lot tougher place to play than Kansas City, my opinion. So San Diego 11.5. Wow. All right, I'm going to talk one more game. Carolina laying 5.5 to Miami. Love Miami here. Carolina, okay, they had a big emotional win on a bad call at the end on New England. New England should have had the 4th and 1, or 1st and 1 with no time. Brady would have hit Gronk for a touchdown. They would have won the game. Okay, so after an emotional win on a Monday night, they're traveling to Miami. Carolina is going to be spent. I mean, it was a very emotional Monday night win. Miami's a very strong home dog. How strong, you ask? Well, let's see. Since 2011, Miami as a home dog is 7-2. Well, let's look at Carolina as a road favorite. Since 2011 is bet against 6-1. You have a team, Carolina, who's a lousy road favorite. You have a team, Miami, who's a strong home dog, strong home team. The perfect storm. Well, let's look at this year. Carolina is 9-1 against the spread, 2-1 as a road favorite. Bet against, 2-1 as a road favorite. Miami as a home dog this year is just 1-0, 3-1 at home as a favorite. So they're 4-1 at home. They're 5-0 against at home and 9-1 against. So Miami's playing close games at home. Their games are close. They're not getting blown out. They have a good defense. Basically, Carolina on a short week after a big game will be flat. Absolutely 100%. Miami will win the game straight out. I'm not sold on Cam Newton. He's a good running quarterback. But in my mind, when a quarterback has to run, it tells me there's a problem because you don't see Tom Brady and Peyton Manning running. What do? They always, Roethlisberger, Rodgers, they don't run. Breeze, they throw the ball. They wait for the opening. How does Roethlisberger beat everybody? He scrambles around. He doesn't run. I only saw him run once. That was last week against the Lions. It was like a 3rd and 11, and he had it open, and he ran for 10 yards, so they'd be close to the first down. But normally he doesn't run. He's looking. He's passing. This is why they pay the receivers millions of dollars. And Carolina's got Steve Smith, so he'd rather run the ball. That's not a sign of a good quarterback because you don't win running the ball with your quarterback. So, in my opinion, Miami's defense will swarm them, and I look for Miami to flat out win this game. You're getting 11.5. Take San Diego with Miami. Absolutely solid pick. And that's the way the week is, though. There's dog after dog after dog. It's Arizona 3 to Indy. You got Indy getting 9. I mean, it's really a joke. I can just go on and on. I had New Orleans yesterday laying the 2. That was the one favorite, and even Atlanta woke up as the dog there. Basically, it's just like I said. I could actually play every single game, and I'm 95% confident if I played a 14-team teaser or 13 with the over in the New England, I'd win them all. I mean, this is I'll probably do that. It's just the way the week's set up. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, just please go to the site www.teaserking.com for $50. You can have the Pro College, the lock, and I mean, this is crazy. This week 12 of the NFL. I mean, it's just lined up very easy. You got the right teams as dogs in the right situation. You have weak favorites. It just goes on. Tennessee's laying 1 to Oakland at Oakland. Can you tell me why they lost to Jacksonville? I don't care if Richard Pryor's the quarterback, Terrell Pryor, or the kid from Penn State, McGloin, running the New England offense. I mean, Tennessee should not be favored in the game, not with Fitzpatrick. That's what kills me. You got Kellen Moore and Chase Daniels sitting on the bench somewhere, and you got Ryan Fitzpatrick as the quarterback, and you wonder why you lose. And you got Chad Henne at Jacksonville, and it just, the list goes on. And you got these really good quarterbacks sitting there not playing, and it just blows my mind. And the teams are looking for quarterbacks, and it's crazy. I was watching the kid out of Northern Illinois, Jordan Lynch, I believe Jordan Lynch, and he probably won't be drafted. He's probably not tall enough or whatever. I mean, it's idiotic. Manziel's coming out. Yeah, he won't be tall enough. I mean, these pro scouts are just have absolutely no minds, no brain at all for quarterbacks. They look at the wrong variables. The variables are not height. They're intelligence. Can he throw the ball to the right guy? Kellen Moore will come to the line. He'll know where to throw it before. He doesn't throw interceptions. He's the guy you're looking for. It's incredible. Anyway, it should be a very, very good week in the pros. College I'd given you yesterday, and I wanted to talk about the line movements. It does look like Duke's really moving. I would think Duke will have an easy time against Wake Forest. And I have my lock going, which is extremely strong this week. And I'm looking for a real good week. Next week I'm off to Las Vegas. I'm going Wednesday night for the Thanksgiving, and I'm going to pound my teasers. I'm going to start Thursday and then press them on Friday, press them on Saturday, press them on Sunday. And hopefully I'll have a real good week. Hopefully they'll line up right and have a real good week. But I'm there. If anybody's in Vegas, I'll be at the Monte Carlo. Stop by and say hi. And it would be great to say hello to anybody. All right, well, have a great week. I think it'll be a real strong week. It's www.teaserking.com. I actually had some guy email me wanting to play a 13-point teaser. If anybody wants to do that, I can certainly give you a 13-point teaser to play. It's a 4-teamer. I don't know the odds. I don't really pay attention to what those odds are, but I do know you get good odds if you play an 8 or 9 team teaser with the 6 points, and that's what I'd recommend this week. Not for a lot of money. You play it for 10, 20 bucks, but you can win a good, I don't know what the odds are, probably at least 10 to 1, so for 20 bucks you win a good 200. Normally I don't recommend this, but this week in the pros, I mean, it's insane. I mean, you could virtually play every game. All right, well, have a great weekend. Good luck to everybody. Please email me with comments. Leave comments here. When you do purchase from me, I do get feelings on the games, and I might add a late game on Saturday, depending on what's happening Saturday during the day. If I hit the noon game and I like a night game, I might play it. What I tend to do if I lose a game, but I really like the second half, I will play the second half. For example, I had Rice yesterday with Houston College. But I really like Houston College. They're at home, and they should beat Cincinnati pretty good, and they're getting 3.5 in a teaser. So what I'm doing is I rebet Houston, and that's a very good strategy in teasers. If you do lose that first half, but you like the second half, bet it again in another teaser, preferably with a lock or something else. Bet your locks in 2, 3, 4 teasers. It just takes the edge, and it gives you the mathematical advantage, and that's what works. Occasionally you lose the lock and you lose 2 or 3 teasers, but if you just play 4 games and you go 3-1 and you break even, you don't win any money that way. So anyway, have a great weekend. Good luck, and I am here to make all you people money as well as myself. All right, have a great weekend. It's Howard. Take care.